The Wanderer. The Wanderer. Mr. Stink ate the sausages in an unexpectedly elegant manner. First he took out a little linen napkin and tucked it under his chin. Next he took an antique silver knife and fork out of his breast pocket. And finally he produced a dirty gold-rimmed china plate, which he gave to the Duchess to lick clean before he set down the sausages neatly upon it. Chloe stared at his cutlery and plate. This seemed like another clue to his past. Had he perhaps been a gentleman thief who crept into country houses at midnight and made off with the family silver? "Do you have any more sausages?" asked Mr. Stink. His mouth still full of sausage. "No, just those 8, I'm afraid," replied Chloe. She stood at a safe distance from the tramp, so that her eyes wouldn't start weeping at the smell. The Duchess looked up at Mr. Stink as he ate the sausages, with a heart-breaking longing that suggested that all love and all beauty was contained in those tubes of meat. "There you go, Duchess," said Mr. Stink, slowly lowering half a sausage into his dog's mouth. The Duchess was so hungry she didn't even chew. Instead, she swallowed it in half a millisecond before returning to her expression of sausage longing. Had any man or beast ever eaten a sausage so quickly? Chloe was half expecting a gentleman in a blazer and slacks, with a clipboard and stopwatch, to appear and declare that the little black dog had set a new sausage-eating international world record. "So, young Chloe, is everything fine at home?" asked Mr. Stink, as he let the Duchess lick his fingers, clean of any remnants of sausage juice. "I'm sorry," replied a befuddled Chloe. "I asked if everything was fine at home. If things were tickety-boo, I'm not sure you would be spending your Saturday talking to an old vagabond like me." "Vagabond? I don't like the word tramp. It makes you think of someone who smells." Chloe tried to conceal her surprise. Even the Duchess looked puzzled, and she didn't speak English, only dog. "I prefer vagabond or wanderer," continued Mr. Stink. The way he put it, thought Chloe, it sounded almost poetic, especially wanderer. She would love to be a wanderer. She would wander all around the world if she could. Not stay in this boring little town where nothing happened that hadn't happened the day before. "There's nothing wrong at home. Everything is fine," said Chloe adamantly. "You sure?" inquired Mr. Stink, with the wisdom some people have that cuts right through you like a knife through butter. Things were in fact not at all fine at home for Chloe. She was often ignored. Her mother doted on Annabel, probably because her youngest daughter was like a miniature version of her. Every inch of every wall in the house was covered with celebrations of Annabel's infinite achievements. Photographs of her standing smugly on winners' podiums, certificates bearing her name emblazoned in italic gold, trophies and statuettes and medals engraved with winner, first place, or little creep. I made up that last one. The more Annabel achieved, the more Chloe felt like a failure. Her parents spent most of their lives providing a chauffeur service for Annabel's out-of-school activities. Her schedule was exhausting even to look at. Went like this: Monday, 5 a.m., swimming training. 6 a.m. clarinet lesson. 7 a.m. dance lesson, tap and contemporary jazz. 8 a.m. dance lesson, ballet. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school. 4 p.m. drama lesson, improvisation and movement. 5 p.m. piano lesson. 6 p.m. brownies. 7 p.m. girls' brigade. 8 p.m. javelin practice. Tuesday. 4 a.m. violin lesson. 5 a.m. stilt walking practice. 6 a.m. chess society. 7 a.m. learning Japanese. 8 a.m. flower arranging class. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school. 4 p.m. creative writing workshop. 5 p.m. porcelain frog painting class. 6 p.m. heart practice. 7 p.m. watercolor painting class. 8 p.m. dance class, ballroom. Wednesday. 3 a.m. choir practice. 4 a.m. long jump training. 5 a.m. high jump training. 6 a.m. long jump training again. 7 a.m. trombone lesson. 8 a.m. scuba diving. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school. 4 p.m. chef training. 5 p.m. mountain climbing. 6 p.m. tennis. 7 p.m. drama workshop, Shakespeare and his contemporaries. 8 p.m. show jumping. Thursday. 2 a.m. learning Arabic. 3 a.m. dance lesson. Breakdance, hip-hop, crumping. 4 a.m. oboe lesson. 5 a.m. Tour de France cycle training. 6 a.m. Bible studies. 7 a.m. gymnastics training. 8 a.m. calligraphy class. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school. 4 p.m. work experience shadowing a brain surgeon. 5 p.m. opera singing lesson. 6 p.m. NASA space exploration workshop. 7 p.m. cake baking class, level 5. 8 p.m. attend lecture on a history of Victorian moustaches. Friday. 1 a.m. triangle lesson, grade 5. 2 a.m. badminton. 3 a.m. archery. 4 a.m. fly to Switzerland for ski jump practice. Learn about eggs from an expert on eggs, to be confirmed on outbound flight. 6 a.m. do quick ski jump and then board inboard flight, take pottery class on flight. 8 a.m. Thai kickboxing. P.S. Remember to take skis off before class. 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. school. 4 p.m. channel swimming training. 5 p.m. motorbike maintenance workshop. 6 p.m. candle making. 7 p.m. otter rearing class. 8 p.m. television viewing. A choice between either a documentary about carpet manufacturing in Belgium or a Polish cartoon from the 1920s about a depressed owl. And that was just the weekdays. The weekends were when things really got busy for Annabelle. No wonder Chloe felt ignored. Well, I suppose things at home are, stammered Chloe. She wanted to talk to him about it all, but she wasn't sure how. Bong, 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 bong. No, I haven't lost my mind, readers. That was meant to be the church clock striking 4. Chloe gasped and looked at her watch. 4 o'clock. Mother made her do her homework from 4 until 6 every day, even in the school holidays when she didn't have any to do. Sorry, Mr. Stink. I have to go, she said. Secretly, Chloe was relieved. No one had ever asked her how she felt before, and she was beginning to panic. Really, child, said the old man, looking disappointed. Yes, I need to get home. Mother will be furious if I don't get at least a C in maths next term. She sets me extra tests during the holidays. That doesn't sound much like a holiday to me, said Mr. Stink. Chloe shrugged. Mother doesn't believe in holidays. She stood up. I hope you liked the sausages, she said. They were scrumptious, said Mr. Stink. Thank you. Unimaginable kindness. Chloe nodded and turned to run off towards home. If she took a shortcut, she'd be back before Mother. Farewell, Mr. Stink called after her softly. That's the end of chapter 3.